Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Takes it at the 7.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd down carry for Ferguson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Locke. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 67 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn, and he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Drive that time, 11 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better too.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now it's Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different long night.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation, because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Ferguson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, it's Ferguson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off of play action, Luck. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Luck now to throw. And he'll find Hall. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On now the Miami field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw here. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Batch. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 3, second and a yard. Up the middle they go. Flynn, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Miami set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Eagles at 9-5 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's 21-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd and 9, Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they start in the best of all positions, first and goal.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Young. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On second down, Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Locke. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Throwing is Locke. He finds his man, complete. It's Person.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Locke. Throw left side, complete. That's Silva.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How is this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Locke. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Flynn. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Jeremy Hill leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 3rd and 2, Luck. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a nice spin into some open field. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow. Longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Now, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Lock on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 54 yards.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 29, Luck. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Silva. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Flynn.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Up the middle they go. It's Flynn. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Flynn. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. Flynn. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on first down. Flynn. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but with self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Again, Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Up the middle they go. It's Flynn, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Flynn, and he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. Flynn. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Flynn. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll keep it on the ground. Flynn, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Luck. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Flynn, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Flynn, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.